Hey guys, hope you've been doing well. So my last video I mentioned how to eat an elephant, and it's a term my brother-in-law's used a couple times, and it's something I have to constantly remind myself of. I'm sure it came from somewhere else. He does a lot of reading of self-help and investing books, things like that. The question is how to eat an elephant, because it just seems like this huge task. Now, before you PETA activists get all mad at me or something like that, don't worry. I'm not talking about eating an elephant, no reason to kill one of them. But it's strictly such a huge task. How do you do it? Well, the answer is one bite at a time. And it really comes down to the fact of, I've mentioned it before, but Andrew Reinhardt's book on how to succeed at anything. Humans can do anything, no matter how big, you can do it. It's just a matter of time and effort. But you can't do it all at once. So, if you've got a big project, one way to get it done and also to not get discouraged is you've got to take it one step at a time, one bite at a time. And preferably have some goals along the way to kind of milestone where you're going. So a good example, like my online business right now is just growing slowly, but I've gotten steps along the way of, you know, start Amazon FBA, be consistent at sourcing and sending, get my website going, and I have that up now. It's all hosted, working on my other one, and then start doing consistent content so that Google will start to rank that up in searches in the niches they're in. So I've got that along the way, but they're by no means done. But I have the problem that I run into of, like, a project like this van. I know what I want to do with it. In my mind, I can visualize what it's going to look like. And when I'm done, I know it's going to look like what I visualized. Other than it's maroon outside, I visualize it a flat matte green, but I have a feeling the cost versus what it'll, the difference it'll make for practicality is going to make it to where it stays red. But anyway, I can visualize how it's going to work in my mind. But having that ability to visualize that also, in a way, maybe it doesn't do this for everybody, but it slows me down, because I'll go out to work on something in it and to get it to that point, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to get it to that point today, so I'm just not going to work on it. Well, now I'm up to the part where a month from now I'm supposed to drive across the country in this thing, and there's some stuff I need done on it before I go, which is the whole purpose. I don't need to have it done, but I need to have the bed platform in, and the bed, and, you know, my cooking set up and all that stuff in order to actually have that work. And so the other day I had a customer who was meeting me for a job. They were running late, and there was little stuff I could do, like the side door wasn't working properly. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna open it up and see, you know, what I need to do to get it to work, or what parts I need to order, and I was able to open it up and get it fixed. So now it's more functional, just because that slider door wouldn't open from the outside. So, you know, those little things. So I realized, okay, I need to make a list of the stuff that needs to be done on this van, and then just start scratching it off the list so that I can have a sense of accomplishment and know that I'm getting towards that goal where I need to be. Because I keep looking at it as a big project, and then I don't want to get it, I can't get it done. So same thing with your online business or any big project, because anything you're gonna do is generally gonna be big. Well, take for example my website, the first one I did. I essentially just had to go in, take my Google Docs, and decide, okay, I'm just gonna put out a big list of all the stuff that all the articles that I need to do, and make that list up so that then I can go through, and as I write those articles I can see, okay, they're done, and I move on to the next one. So as I got forward and forward and forward, I had all this content ready. Then I was able to go into WordPress and just drop it all in, and the final product was pretty good, what I was looking for. But if I wouldn't have done it that way, I start to get discouraged along the way because I'm not making progress. So you have to have those little goals, those little markers along the way, so that you can see where you're going and not get discouraged or get, you know, down because you're not done with the project. And that's how I'm going to have to start looking at my other projects, and, you know, this van included, like I said. But there's some other projects as well that I get frustrated with. I mean, Amazon FBA, the last few days, I haven't had a lot of sales. I end up with $60 or $70 a day, which is not where I want to be at all. But I have to remember, I've been focusing a lot of my efforts on moving some big stuff that I have at the house, and I've been selling that locally. So I brought in, you know, $400 or $500 on the side of just that local stuff that's been sitting for a year or more in my shed. So I've got all that stuff gone now. Now I'm going to go back to focusing my free time on sourcing and things like that. So the biggest thing I would say is just, you know, make a schedule, or, you know, if you can't make a schedule because you're just trying to fit it in wherever, make some goals and try to give yourself some deadlines, and just break that project up into smaller pieces so that you can get it done and have a sense of accomplishment along the way, so that you're motivated to continue and to keep pushing it. And that's what's helped me to stay motivated and just keep going with the process. But anyway, hopefully this is helpful. If you've got any suggestions on how you do this, or how you take care of big projects without getting you know, worn down or discouraged because they're not done, put them in the comments below. Maybe it'll help somebody else out. If it helped me out, I'll try it. So anyway, till next time, guys, just keep working on what you're working on. Make that plan and just work the plan. Have a great one, y'all.